All right, today we are diving into a tool that's trying to solve one of the biggest and honestly most annoying problems in modern work, just total information chaos. We're going to take a close look at the AI-powered knowledge hub, Slite. So let's just start with a number that should really make you pause. 20%. That's one full day, every single week, that the average employee wastes just looking for the information they need to do their job. Think about that. And all that lost time, it points to this much bigger, messier problem: information chaos. So the real question for pretty much any team out there is, how do you fix this? How do you get that day back? To find a solution, we first have to really understand the problem itself. And it all starts with the crazy amount of information we're all dealing with and all the places it gets stuck. Yeah, I'm going to bet this list looks incredibly familiar to you. Your team's knowledge, it isn't in one neat place, is it? Nope. It's scattered across Slack threads, buried deep in email chains, and spread out over countless different documents. That constant jumping around isn't just inefficient. It is mentally exhausting. So how does Slite propose to fix all this? Well, it's not by adding even more complexity. Instead, they come at it with a really focused solution that has a strong point of view, a very clear opinion on the right way to manage knowledge. And this metaphor, it perfectly explains their entire philosophy. Think of a tool like Notion as a giant box of Lego blocks. Yeah, you can build literally anything you can imagine, but you have to build it all yourself, which can get super overwhelming. Slite, on the other hand, sees itself as a high-quality chef's knife. It's designed to do one thing, structuring knowledge, and to do it exceptionally well, with almost no effort from you. That focus on simplicity has a really powerful side effect. This quote from a head of product, it just says everything. When a tool is clean and just plain easy to use, people are way more likely to actually use it. Getting your team to enjoy writing documentation, that's basically the holy grail of knowledge management. And this is such a critical point. Slite is not trying to be your new project manager. It is not another task tracker. It's specifically designed to be the knowledge layer that lives right alongside those tools, to be the single source of truth that tools like Asana and Jira can depend on. Okay, now let's talk about how AI fits into this whole picture. Slate uses it not as some kind of gimmick, but as a seriously practical tool to deliver on that big promise of clarity and focus. Let's just walk through a quick scenario. I think we've all been here. You've got a huge meeting with a key stakeholder in 5 minutes, and you need the absolute latest status update, like right now. The typical response is, well, panic. You're frantically scrolling through Slack, you're searching your email, you're pinging teammates who are probably in the middle of their own work. It's just stressful and totally reactive. But with Slite, that whole workflow just changes. You can just ask a question in plain English, something like, hey, summarize the key decisions from the Q4 launch project. And bam, you get an instant, calm, and proactive briefing. So this is all powered by 3 main AI tools. Ask lets you search with normal questions, just like we saw. Summaries can take a 10-page document and instantly boil it down to the key takeaways. And Catch Up gives you a quick rundown of everything that's changed on a project since the last time you checked in. Of course, if you're going to trust one tool to be your single source of truth for your entire company, it has to be absolutely rock solid. And that brings us to a super important topic: security and compliance. Right out of the gate, Slite checks all the essential boxes for security. It's SOC 2 certified, which basically means independent auditors have given their security practices a big thumbs up. It's GDPR compliant for data privacy, and it uses top-of-the-line encryption, so your data is protected whether it's just sitting on a server or flying across the internet. Now, for any larger organization, these features are non-negotiable. SSO means your team can log in securely with services you already use, like Okta, without needing to remember yet another password. And SIM automates all the user management, so when someone joins or leaves the company, their access is updated automatically, which is a massive win for security. Okay, so with all of that in mind, how do you actually decide if Slite is the right fit for your team? Let's break down the final verdict. This comparison really helps clear things up. See, Slite is built for one thing: team clarity. Notion is that all-in-one workspace for building your own custom workflows from scratch. And Confluence is really the integrated wiki for teams that are already living deep inside that Atlassian ecosystem. This chart right here really visualizes a key strategic advantage for Slite.
Because at the end of the day, a super complex tool that nobody on your team actually uses is completely worthless. Slite's focus on simplicity means teams get up and running way faster, which is often the biggest hurdle for any new system.
So, which plan makes the most sense? Well, if you're a startup just trying to escape the chaos of Google Docs, the standard plan is a perfect fit. As your company gets bigger, the Pro plan adds more advanced permissions. And for any large enterprise, those security features we just talked about make the enterprise plan pretty much mandatory. So let's boil it all down. Who is Slite really for? It's pretty much ideal for remote or hybrid teams who really need a dedicated, easy-to-use wiki. It is not for teams who are looking for an all-in-one tool that's also supposed to manage all of their tasks. And that brings us to the final big question you should be asking your team. The choice between Slite and its competitors, it isn't just about a list of features. It's a strategic decision. Do you need the limitless flexibility of building your own system from the ground up? Or do you need the radical focus that comes from a tool that does one thing exceptionally well? The answer to that? Well, it's going to tell you everything you need to know.